These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Sam and I are here recording Sunday, June 23rd, and we're talking more draft stuff. Just put out our mega draft preview for the Celtics with Tyler Rucker of No Ceilings. Went over a bunch of prospects. We're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive in these one-off videos. Sam, how you doing today?
Doing good. Excited for the draft. It's very fun to educate ourselves, and it's a blessing to have to cram to prepare for the draft because we've been watching meaningful basketball for the entire spring and now early summer.
Need it. Right now we're going to look at AJ Johnson of the Illawarra Hawks and the NBL. As Tyler Rucker informed us on our draft show, which we recorded last night, but you guys saw earlier yesterday or 2 days ago, something like that. You saw recently. He was going to go to Texas, ended up going to the NBL instead, which probably ended up being not the ideal path for him to take. But regardless, he didn't play a ton there. Was good when they played. They played him. Probably should have played more. Good ball handler, according to Kevin O'Connor. Good off the dribble, gets into his dribble well. Solid feel, needs to improve consistency, but has good shots, good form at least. And then obviously very raw, willing distributor, but not great at it yet. Left-handed layups would make him feel more effective. He's a very small frame, but he's coached by Justin Tatum. If that means anything to y'all. Tatum's dad coached him.
I mean, they might be able to get some good insight into his work ethic, preparations, like all of that if they really want to talk to Tatum's dad. If he's going to give them a non-bias evaluation.
I assume he'd want to be non-biased as much as he can, because why would he want to screw over? According to BTL Sports, all these will be linked in the description, compared him to Jordan Clarkson. These are a couple strengths and weaknesses of Mr. AJ Johnson if the video decides to play.
Not a bad bench plug.
Not at all. If we watch it, come on. I believe. Do I got to refresh?
Fighting for its life.
What are we doing?
Oh, we're back.
All right. But yeah, strength and weaknesses. Comparing him to Jordan Clarkson. Nice little step back there. That is a nice shot for him. I'll give him that. It does look clean.
And I forget they showed the comp highlights. I was like, on the NBA floor. What's going on here?
He apparently is Jalen Green's best friend per Tyler Rucker.
Oh,
so
yes.
They work out together. Is that Luigi Tome? Or is it just a guy?
I think he plays
in Is it Spencer Hawes?
I don't think Spencer Hawes is still playing.
Sorry. We've gotten to the draft season where I just search for guys that look like former NBA players. I will play the video while I look. Sorry. It's not Spencer Hawes.
No, definitely not.
You can see it, though. Transition.
Sure. White guy, beard, man bun.
There you go. Aggressive defense, always good. He is kind of skitty, though, so I wonder.
He's quick.
I don't know if that was his defense.
He got back to the spot.
One of the biggest things is he's just very inefficient, but maybe that is just him being young. So the form doesn't look bad. Off ball cutting reads, not great.
Yep, tough mess.
I see it. That's a nice backdoor cut. Oh, corner. Yeah, I see it there. We got a little bit of NBL footage of him at the combine scrimmage. So if we get blocked because it's the NBL, then you won't see this, but we will. But here we go. We can take a look, see how he does. I think that was him with Dembona, who we just did a video on. It's just footage of him. I assume they'll get into
Bronny.
Yeah, I assume he'll get into a game, but he looks young. He looks so young.
He really does.
That's a nice little pass. Boy, that guy's shot is not with it. What the hell? I guess, but it took him a while.
They haven't taken the ball up like in a lot of these. Like he's running the point once they get into the half court. It's not bad.
Sending a double at him.
Reads the double okay. Yeah, doesn't panic.
Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 5 million members. It is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. You just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats for a shot to win up 100 times your cash. With Prize Picks, you could turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite sports this summer. You can make a Prize Picks lineup in as little as 60 seconds. You just need to pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you're locked in. Now, if you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has got you covered every week, from lowering select player stats projections on Tuesdays, which increases your chance of getting a win, to getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. The finals mean more on Prize Picks, and so do the star players. You get boosted playoffs on selected basketball stars that you won't find anywhere else. Now, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at Jason Tatum, more than 26.5 points. Jaylen Brown, more than 3 threes, which may be aggressive, but I'm running with that. Download that app today and use a code CLNS for a deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
I don't like watching highlights close up.
Yeah, I don't like this at all, but I wanted to see some stuff from the combine.
Oh, there's no dispute that it is important, but
Yeah.
shame on
I don't
him.
like the camera. Camera's not great.
He's hyped.
It's Bona. Shout out. Little assist, 1-2
They're
punch.
teammates.
Could be the main duo next year.
Would be fine.
Imagine. He does seem like a nice athlete. He looks long too. Like, he looks like he's got a big wingspan.
Definitely seems like he'd be a really fun guy to have up in Maine, though.
Ooh!
Right on
Let him
cue.
go. He looks fun. He definitely looks fun. Tyler likes this guy. So Tyler likes
Yeah,
him.
what he
Probably
told
didn't
us
get
is
the
had he gone to school in the States, he probably would have been a much higher
lottery.
pick.
Yeah. Who's this? Oh, it's Baylor Shireman.
We got all the prospects in one video. I
didn't
bet you they
realize
play
missed
them all
out.
in the same games if
Whew.
they're in
Oh,
the
yeah.
range.
Probably. Let's see. We get defense highlight. Nope. Easy pass. Bronny does look good in these clips too. I know it's just highlights, but the shot's a little slow. And then of course, shout out Sleepers Media. Appreciate
go.
y'all. I'll link it in the description as well, obviously, but let's take a look at their comps.
Player comparison time. We both have a best case and a worst case.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Come on.
YouTube
There
is
we go.
being unkind today.
It's being brutal.
AJ Johnson, bouncy 6'5" guard. What's your best case player comparison for AJ?
Jaden Hardy. And if you look at it, similar size
Interesting.
combo guards. I know Hardy was a
Hardy's
top
not
5
6'5".
prospect coming out of high school, but really saw his stock fall, be a second-round pick after spending a year in the G League. AJ, I know he wasn't quite as touted. He was a top 25 kid, not top 10 or anything, but also saw his
AJ
stock take
Johnson's a
hit
little
just for
bigger.
lackluster year in the
A couple
NBL.
inches.
I feel like it's really tough to get
Kinda
young guy
wired to score.
comparisons.
Both
You know what I
can play
mean?
make a
Yeah,
little bit.
I don't know.
Both
It
have
is
that same,
odd.
splashy play potential.
Okay.
He doesn't
I
like
don't
it.
hate it.
He doesn't like
I
it.
don't know that I love it. I want to warn you. I'm
Oh.
about to compare AJ Johnson to one of your favorite players ever.
Oh, boy.
Kobe White.
Kobe White is my best case player.
Mm.
So let's just for a moment imagine the truth that Kobe White is not as good as you think he's been in the NBA. He's been like a,
Oh, no.
like a 6th option most years for Chicago. That's okay.
It's
I
good
don't want
this
you to
year.
think I'm comparing AJ Johnson to like a
I just
star
watched you lean up
player.
in the
That's
chair.
all
I don't. I
Okay.
don't.
I wanna look
Kobe
something
White
up.
was legitimately a star this past year. You can't deny it.
He's
Averaged like
okay.
20 and 6.
He was okay. He was okay. It was one of the more empty 20.
I mean, he had a real shout
of
for the
all
most improved award this
The
year.
Bulls turned their
Yeah, I know
season
you were
around when
pissed.
they
A lot
gave
of people were
Kobe the
pissed.
He
key.
should have won it. He should have won it.
Turn their season around to what? The 11th pick?
Be a play-in team.
Like 20 and 6 on the team that drafts 11th is like a perfect AJ Johnson outcome, right? Like that's what we hope happens. But the things I liked about Kobe, super bouncy, super creative, super fun. That's AJ. And he's kind of a tweener. And are you going to give him the keys or not? It might take 5 years to give him the keys, but when you do, maybe he's capable of 20 and 6 on a bad team.
That's not
I
bad.
love AJ
Like
Johnson.
20-6 on a bad team on a good team is not bad at all for
And,
context.
I love Kobe
Correct.
White, and I hate how much I like this comp. I just want Kobe to get his respect. I mean, Kobe was also like 25th, 26th coming out of high school, so and they're both 6'5". There's like a lot. There's a lot to like about this comp.
There's a lot to like about it. What's the worst case player comp, Riley?
Worst case, I gave Andrew Harrison.
Oh.
What a throwback.
I'll say that, like,
Ooh, I love this.
Yikes.
AJ Johnson is definitely, I think he's a good bit better of an athlete than Harrison was, but Harrison had some like pretty thunderous dunks in his day. Harrison was a big point guard, 6'6", another highly touted recruit. Both the Harrison brothers were like top 10 coming out of high school, which when you look at like never had any huge statistical seasons at Kentucky, where I'm always surprised when I remember that, but yeah, just never could cut it in the league.
I love that. I don't even want to say mine, but I will quickly. I had Darius
Not good.
Lebron, and I
Never heard of him.
Like Andrew Harrison so much.
He's
better.
a G Leaguer right now.
Yeah, I think like being the big point guard, but is he a point guard is the thing. And I feel like that was the thing with Andrew for forever too. And I think if AJ is going to work long term, he needs to be the point guard, but maybe not. Maybe he'll just never get that chance. I like it though. I like that a lot. And I spent years wondering why the Harrison twins didn't work in the league also.
I just kind of think it's funny that they
Interesting.
found like a frustrated picture of Harrison.
Of Andrew Harrison. Like
He looks devastated
I can picture them typing to Google Andrew Harrison mad. Like,
or frustrated. Yeah.
I feel like I kind of want to start trying to give my own shitty player comps here, just for the exercise of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
You can try.
It's hard though. Like I like look through. I'm looking through a bunch of players, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like I stumbled upon Ben McLemore, like prime Rockets Ben McLemore, but he doesn't like pass as well. I think as AJ Johnson does. But he's got the
Okay.
bounce a little bit. And then
Maybe
the
some
other
Gerald
guy I
Green to
saw,
him.
Gerald Green's not bad.
Game Time makes getting NBA Finals tickets even faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to the tip-off. Like right now, I was looking on the app, and it's really easy to use. Just download the app. Lots of pictures for us sports fans. Lots of pictures. And, you know, the tickets for Celtics Game 1 and whoever they play, between $600-$700. But the closer you get to actual tip time, it's going to go down. So you and your friends may do a last-minute thing. And I know it's a lot of money, but maybe it's 2-3 of your friends. Last-minute trip, boom, let's go. Let's see what the tickets are on Game Time. You never know. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets. Last-minute tickets, flash deals, zone deals. Okay, here's the deal. Last-minute deals save up to 60% off buying last-minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. Now, the flash dealers save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or the event. Save even more when you choose a section for the zone deals. You choose a section, let Game Time choose the seats. Sounds pretty good to me. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA Finals tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
But again, it's the playmaking that's the weird part. What about like prime Will Barton? But Andrew Johnson's a bit more of a point guard, I think. But like at his best, Will Barton averaged 16, 5, and 4 on 45-37 splits. You know what I'm saying? Like
Try and
I
think
don't
of
know.
some good comps myself.
It's weird.
We're not going to get there, but I'm going to try.
No, it's weird because you want to like pick a point guard. Like he does feel like a less scoring adept, more point guardy Jalen Green. And I know they're friends and that's cheating, but like they play similar because they are friends and because they did play together. So I think that's probably around. Where I land, it's hard to find an exact comparison.
Has like a poor man's LaMelo feel.
A little bit, but not as good of a playmaker. It's odd. It's
Is it
it's
Terry
weird.
Rozier comp?
No, because Terry's more like stocky. He's a bit smaller. He's got like
Celtics Terry.
maybe Celtics Terry. Maybe Celtics Terry. I don't know. It's weird.
Let's think of all Celtics players.
A
James
bit
Young.
more athletic. Karis LeVert.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's weird. Where do you put him in terms of our tier list? Let me pull that up. We can compare. Where is our tier list? What tab is it in? 'Tis the question. Here we go. So
Jack's
right
hit
now
all the tabs.
we have Baylor Shireman and Adembona in B tier. We have Tyler Smith in D tier. For the Celtics, how much do you like AJ Johnson?
I think he's in the D tier, to be honest with you. I just feel like,
Really?
and here's
Ooh.
why. I don't dispute that he could develop into something. He's a massive project. He's not very big. He doesn't have the NBA body yet, so he's going to spend time in Maine as it is. By the
Interesting.
time that they are done developing him, are they going to need him? Like, you have to think of like where the Celtics are really, really deep. They're deep at guard. They're deep at wing, especially like the smaller wing, right? So you have Jalen, Derek White, Drew Holiday. Then you have Pritchard. You have Springer hanging out there, who undoubtedly they are still going to try and develop. Like, I'm not really sure that unless he's taking uncharted like leaps, that he's ever going to have a major spot in this team. It just feels like you're taking on somebody to keep him. It doesn't feel like you'd be striving towards a role.
But talent is talent, and you can clearly see the vision with AJ Johnson to being like a genuinely impactful player. And as much as it is like Celtics have guys like, I think at his best he's probably going to be better than some of these wings they're developing, because like realistically after Tatum and Brown and Hauser, Jordan Walsh is next up on the wing, and Jordan Walsh is
Correct.
great. Don't get me wrong. I don't think AJ Johnson's going to step in and immediately be better than Jordan Walsh, but like I do think you can afford to take a few dartboard things. I was thinking B, so I'd be happy to meet in the middle at C if you wanted.
C is fine.
Okay. I do think I like him better than Tyler Smith overall. So I think C is fair. But I can see why he's not as good of a fit with Boston right now as Shireman and Bona are. So I'm happy with C. He is definitely more of a project, but I think the upside, he probably has the highest overall upside of the guys we've looked at so far.
Yeah, but I just think if you're the Celtics, you're not really drafting
yes.
for that. And I suppose you should
Yes.
always draft for upside to some extent. But
Yeah.
looking at the way the Celtics roster is set up, looking at the fact that, you know, in maybe 2 months, they're going to have the top 6 all locked up for years to come. You need guys that you can trust will develop into the rest of them, the rotation guys. And it doesn't feel like AJ Johnson is ever going to thrive as a role player. He has the ball in his hands. He's creating shots. Like, he has potential to be somebody who's really doing a lot for a team. But it's tough to imagine him being like, okay, play defense and shoot threes.
Yeah, it is tough.
Like, at least with Shireman, you have that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. We can throw him in C. I think I will say though, if you're like the Blazers, like he is the exact type of player. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are
like a team like that.
Exactly.
And Jack, you put it well. Like, this is our Celtics rankings.
Yes. Like if we were reordering this in terms of like overall prospects, it would probably look more like boom boom Bona like this order. But this is for the Celtics, so we're gonna keep it for the Celtics. Throw it down here. Cool. All right. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss any of our draft prep videos. We're coming at you multiple times a day with new draft content. We also have pods Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays. All normal videos will drop at 5 a.m. on the channel. Game recaps come the morning after each game when the season's going. And then we have other content to keep you busy between. We've got you covered. We also have streams, so keep yourself in tune in case those pop up. You always want to be there. It's a ton of fun. You can find us on Spotify and Apple too. All of our pods and recaps will be there for you if you follow. They'll go to your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We would appreciate it. Email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. You can send in your draft interest. Ratless. We would appreciate that.
Ooh, I was ready to pause. You froze for a sec, but you saved it. Respect.
Well, I'm here. You can find us on socials at How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook's the name of the pod. Streams are there. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is Jack's1NBA. Mine is at Sam LaFrance. That's it for us.
Tic-tac-toe.